happening?
This broadcast has ended. I was about to say, how did it end? We just started. Well, that's rude.
Rude.
Hey, we back. We live.
What's happening?
Yeah.
Baby.
You ready?
Am I?
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh, we're missing the.
What's up,
Damn, we're
Richard?
gonna miss the convention, the Democratic convention tonight. I saw the people I wanted to
I
see.
feel like I've watched a lot of it.
I mean, I can't do shit about it.
I've watched like 2.5 nights of it, so.
You feel like that's plenty for you?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm spent.
Damn.
Look at this fucking fro, bro. Look at this 2-day twist out, just being a fucking lavender afro glory. Okay. Are we waiting for people to come in the room? Did you share?
I just shared on Periscope.
Maybe I should stop Yeah, so I just came from the chiropractor.
Oh, word. I need to go to the chiropractor.
Whew. It's actually not too far from your house where I went.
I love chiropractors.
Well, other side of town, but yeah.
Go Buckhead?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, not too far. Hop in and skip across the rich people's houses.
And he was like, so I just want you to understand I'm not going to cure you. And I was like, no, sir, I know that I have a chronic back situation.
Welcome to the club.
And he was like, if we get along, then that means we're going to know each other for a really long time. And I was like, all right, sir.
That sounds kind of creepy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what's crazy. Every time I go to YouTube now, I got one of these Donald Trump ads trashing.
Mine are on Facebook. It's all Trump ads, and on YouTube, it's all Democratic ads. So I wonder what I'm doing differently.
I'm just trying to figure out why you send these ads to me? You must not know me, sir. You got Betsy DeVos talking on here? Like, what?
Get the fuck out of here.
Democrats ruined their cities.
Right.
Okay.
All right. That's so funny. The face I captured on this screenshot. It's hilarious.
I just wonder why they keep littering my set a bedtime reminder. What YouTube you doing too much? I just keep wondering why they keep littering my
for the
page
kids. It's not for you.
With this trash. Oh, this ain't no kids account. They know kids accounts.
Well, you act like the kids don't use regular accounts. My niece don't use her no kid account. She uses my regular account, which is why every time I log on to YouTube, it's suggesting fucking Pokemon content.
My kids know that I will be extremely upset if my mentions are littered with what they watch. They all have their own. We have a family Google account. Watch your own stuff.
Damn it. Sis, now the shit is stuck in my head. We're...
Hey, Mikey, are we on Instagram yet?
Recording tomorrow's, or no, this week's episode of at Chop Block Pod.
And my internet's not gonna go out. Fingers crossed.
That used to be my favorite font ever.
Fingers crossed. Let's get some shares out there, Mikey. Let's get some shares cracking.
How do I share? I know how to do it.
I'll just be grabbing the link.
Don't throw it away. Baby. And no, I didn't go to the joint, Mikey. I went to Atlanta Spine Clinic. Okay, what am I looking for? I'm looking for a link. I'm looking for las medias sociales. Is that what they call them?
That's interesting.
What? Let's see. It's on the Chop Block Pod page on
Yeah, I just
Facebook,
really
right?
hate. Let's try this one more time. I really, really, really hate Instagram share options. They just really don't want you to be great.
They don't want you to be great.
And like, can you come in and like, yeah, because they don't have no option like share things to like a main feed or something. Like, hey, we're live. This, that, that. I don't care who's on Instagram, bro. Why are we doing this? It's gonna be 5 people. So, yeah, that's the Instagram trap that I'm tired of being in. I wish Instagram would just go away.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Relax there, buddy. Take it easy. That's how Boosie feeds his kids.
Oh God.
That's how Boosie feeds his kids.
That guy.
On Instagram.
Queen and Adam Lambert.
Till Mark Zuckerberg came and hated on his whole situation. Mark Zuckerberg.
That guy. He'll take down shit. But he won't take down all them racist ass white people shit.
Huh?
We see you, Mark. I said he won't take down all them white supremacists. But he'll take down Boosie, you know. All right. I've spent some time in Facebook jail, but anyway.
You know what? I've been very hesitant to say this out loud. But like I type all kinds of whatever the fuck I want to say, and I've never ended up in Facebook jail.
Say white with it.
I say white.
Say white people are stupid. The algorithm.
I mean, I don't want to test it out.
You can say anybody is stupid, and the algorithm will come for you. Because that right now it's bots. Like bots ban you. They don't actually have real people. I said America's stupid, and they banned me. I'm like, I'm an American.
It doesn't matter.
No. Well.
Oh, can that be today's episode's name? Baby. Just baby with an exclamation point. Is that a no? You don't approve?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, today's
I just wish that when people like heard it, that they would know we're talking about that. So how about baby, laugh now, cry later?
Maybe another line from the song. I'll find another line from the song. Let's pull up the lyrics for the song.
SEO likes popular things, not clever things.
Wait, who went in here searching that it's suggesting I type cry with a K? What the fuck?
Yo, that happened to me too.
What? Who in the Bloodlandia is over there?
Literally earlier, I was doing SEO for these reaction videos, and I went to type it, and it definitely said cry with a K. And I definitely have a meeting set for 9 o'clock that I'm not going to be making. There you go. But yeah, are we starting? Did we start?
I was trying to find a name. Sorry. Hi. I took a half. She took a whole. How about that? I took a half. No, you said not clever. Okay, I'll think of something else. Hello, people. Good evening. Huh?
That is clever.
I took a half.
Yeah, but SEO doesn't like clever. They like
right. That's why I said it likes. Yeah. It doesn't like clever. So I'll come up with something else.
That was good though. Regardless, you know, I've been in Zoom meetings with women all day using me as a mirror. That's how I feel. I feel like,
I'm so sorry.
Let me tell you something. Every time I talk to Sam, I'm like, are you fixing your hair? Are you like, y'all don't be looking at us.
Because you don't realize your hair looks crazy until you're in front of somebody's camera.
Oh man! Shout out to everybody in Zoom and Blue Jean and Microsoft Team meetings. Becoming a mirror. You're a professional mirror. What's up,
Okay.
y'all?
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? This is opposite apa. Try this again. This is episode 33 of
Scottie
the Chopping
Pippen
podcast. And in this episode, we're going to talk about the fact that police absolutely can, in fact, solve hip hop murders. We found out this week. They can. Well, actually, no, we found out a couple weeks ago because Pop Smoke, but you know, cold cases sometimes do get solved. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the genius that is RZA, and that's really funny if you are a Wu-Tang fan. And we'll talk about how Cardi and Meg just blew up all these kinds of things. And we're going to talk about Nas and the King's Disease. And why is that name of the album?
But we're not going to talk about how Meg and Cardi are giving away $1 million because I don't want y'all to get none.
Oh, no, it's already given away, isn't it?
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they did it yesterday, so I wouldn't even want to talk about it.
Damn it.
And also, we're going to talk about how much the internet loves to hate Jay-Z because it's pretty fucking funny. Anyway, if we had theme music, it would be right now. Hi guys, my name is Ty. I'm an Aquarius. I get really, really sensitive when people try to call me something other than Ty or Boogie or maybe Saint Boogie. And
like what?
It doesn't even matter. What did your boy say he wanted to call me the other day? I'm not even gonna say it because I know he's rocking with us today, so I ain't even gonna put him on blast like that.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, no, for some reason, I don't know, people just really be feeling like they need to call me something other than what I said to be called. And then the other thing is, I would like to offer a PSA on behalf of all people with a long name or hyphenated name. Listen, guys, I promise you that if there's something other than what our mama named us that we want to be called, we will tell you. Please do not take it upon yourself to shorten our shit. That was a long ass introduction, but that's who I am, and he's just plain old sis.
That's it. Don't give me any pet names. Don't.
See? Okay, good. So it's not just me. So it's not just me.
Especially if I don't know you, because that's just weird.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. We're on my list of things to talk with my therapist about next week is to figure out if I actually really do want to be dating, because I just really be so over people. And that's one of the things right there is motherfuckers who just decide that they're going to call you what they want to call you.
Damn, not even if you dating them?
I'm not dating you yet. My nigga, we haven't even exchanged phone numbers yet. Just call me what the fuck I said, call.
There you go. Well, they're trying to be unique. That's the thing, though. The one thing about it is everybody wants to be special. Right. So they're trying to carve their little pocket in your life by giving you a pet name. And then when you accept it, it's like, oh, I'm somebody. The other niggas call you that, but I call you this.
I feel I try really hard not to call other people other things. That's why your name isn't even in my phone as is. Your government is in my phone. Anyway,
that's fine.
I'm settling into the fact that I'm curmudgeonly. I think that's a word.
Curmudgeonly.
Curmudgeonly. Is that how you pronounce it? Curmudgeonly. I am definitely a curmudgeon.
There you go.
Angry old lady. This is the Chopping Block Podcast, episode 33. We don't have a name for it yet. And what we do on this show is talk about new music releases and things that concern the music creator community. And this show's an iteration of two things that we produce on these internets. One is the Chopping Block, which is a track-by-track album review that we do. We're not going to do that on your timeline or podcast situation right now.
Nope.
But we are bringing that back soon. Stay tuned. And the other is the credit check, which is the most comprehensive listing of album credits you will find on these here Instawebs, courtesy of Young Scissor, Young Darren, and Michelangelo.
Yeah, we putting in work tonight. Mm-hmm.
And you can find that at freealbumcredits.com.
freemusiccredits.com.
Music credits.
Yep,
Free
freemusiccredits.com. Come
music
check us out, or
credits
just Google something in credits. Will pop up.
will pop up. All right. So now that I'm done playing with my hair, this week, feds in New York charged 2 men with the murder of Jam Master Jay. One of the men was already in prison, so basically that nigga told. Doesn't take
for a fruit cup.
It doesn't take much to figure that shit out.
He gave you up for a fruit cup.
That nigga was already in prison. The thing that kind of fucked me up a little bit though is that the 2 men that were arrested, Ronald Washington is the one that was already in prison. He's 56.
Mm-hmm.
Carl Jordan Jr., the one that they arrested over the weekend, is 36, which means that when Jam Master Jay died 18 years ago, that man was 18 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And that's who killed him. So we're all like, yay, they solved the murder, right? And then they turn around and they say that he was reportedly killed over a $1.7 million cocaine deal. Mm-hmm. Because according to ABC 7 News, which is the ABC affiliate in New York, Jam Master Jay had been part of some kind of drug smuggling situation for years, and that he was planning to exclude the nigga in jail that clearly ratted from the large multi-state drug deals. So Washington and Jordan conspired to carry out the murder.
Wow.
Jam Master Jay.
Haters, man. Damn, that was.
And if you'll recall, Jam Master Jay was killed at his studio, and Jam Master Jay was one of the first people that we ever heard about just making his studio available for niggas in the hood. Like, not his people, but like kids in the community that wanted to record. And that's where they killed him at.
Well, we see why he could afford to do it.
You believe it?
Oh, I mean, that's neither here nor there, but you know, people get their coins how they get them.
I mean, Jam Master Jay always had this wholesome image to me.
Listen, one person's villain is another person's hero. One person's hero is another person's villain. You know, grown-ups decide to do drugs. In some places, drugs are legal. I mean, if you're gonna do drugs, put the math together the way you like, but you know, we know America don't care. So.
Well, maybe that's why his family said it was bittersweet, or they had mixed feelings about the whole situation. Anyway, so yeah, they said that the motive for Jam Master Jay's murder was his acquisition of roughly 10 kilograms of cocaine from a Midwest narcotics supplier. You know what that sounds like to me? It sounds like sometimes when you are not in the drug game, but you have access to certain shit and you kind of become the go-between. That's what it sounds like to me. Like, I don't think that Jam Master Jay was out there like moving weight.
Listen, Cameron said he'd get it in Ohio. Cameron got it in Ohio for 20 years.
I know, but like, we know this. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cam is different.
But ain't nobody ever actually seen Cameron on a corner or with a brick. We just heard it in raps. Like, hearing something and actually seeing something and knowing like what type of people you're actually dealing with. Like, first of all, you know, I know a lot of. I know folks, and those folks might get to $1, but that don't necessarily make them violent or certain types of people. You know,
right?
Selling drugs and shooting people is not always hand in hand, you know, or beating people up or whatever it is. Some people just get their bread. You know, nobody assumes that about, you know, if he was a Hollywood dude with a slick back hairdo and, you know what I mean, some Hawaiian shirt on, we think, oh, he's cool. He just, you know, pushing a little weight on the side.
So, push a little weight on the side.
You know, we you know, he's still Jam Master Jay. I mean, you know, he's still a legend, still a pioneer. You know, he's still exactly who he is. It's just unfortunate. So
that's true. Anyway, so that's what that is. All right. So last week, I don't remember what it was that got us all caught up, but we got all caught up in something. And then literally as we logged off, I was like, Oh shit, we completely forgot to talk about this. So,
We did.
Good Humor Ice Cream has linked with RZA to reimagine the ice cream truck jingle
The whistle.
that we've all come to find out is racist as all the fucks.
Dirty.
Um, the song, I thought it was called "Nigga Love a Watermelon."
It's Turkey in the Straw.
It's called "Turkey in the
But
Straw."
I think it had numerous names or whatever.
You know, unfortunately, American consciousness has inherited a lot of racist music, like stuff from minstrel shows, as part of like as children's songs.
Yep. Disney had like a
Or
whole movie, didn't they?
yeah, Song of the South.
Mm-hmm.
That they, you know, never released in theaters here in the States, but y'all still made the fucking movie. Whole other conversation. I think we had that conversation on one of our episodes. But yeah, like even while I was at the doctor's office today, somebody said something about Jimmy and saying how Jimmy don't care and how that made them think about the song. But like, yes, the last part of the verse of Jimmy Crack Corn is "My Master Gone Away." So anyway, Good Humor, who pioneered the ice cream truck, I didn't know that shit until today.
Mm-hmm.
Good Humor no longer owns any ice cream trucks, but they've gone ahead and partnered with RZA to change the song. And if you go over to goodhumor.com/jingle, you can hear the Staten Islandification of ice cream trucks everywhere.
But we all know which ice cream we wanted as the jingle.
Right. Why couldn't y'all just play that?
Because it's not really ice cream jingle.
I mean, but they don't play the lyrics anyway, so all they had to play was just the beat.
Listen, ain't no kid coming to hear that beat. But we would love it. I'm kind of glad that beat wasn't an actual ice cream truck jingle. But, you know.
Oh, man. Like, I hadn't even thought about it until you just said it. You just messed me all up. Now I want that shit.
T-shirts out the window. Here you go.
So RZA said, I remember the days when I would hear that iconic ice cream truck jingle outside and I would drop what I was doing and chase it down for a treat. When I learned about that song's problematic history, I wish I could do a RZA voice right now because y'all really should hear this in RZA's voice. It's pretty funny. When I learned about that song's problematic history this summer, I knew I had to get involved. I knew I had to get involved and do something about it. I'm excited to share this new jingle with a new era of ice cream truck fans and continue to spread that joy with Good Humor. Here's what, in this age of Corona, every time the ice cream truck drives down my street, I'd be like, really?
Yeah, I was like that for a little bit, but I put my mask on, I go outside, and I wipe that shit down when I come indoors.
Ah, you're smart. We can wipe it down.
Mm-hmm.
You're very smart. I found a Dunkin' Donuts, a Baskin Robbins with the drive-through. It's like across the street from your house, from your apartment complex.
That's the Dunkin' Donuts Baskin Robbins.
Yeah.
Yep, it is.
You can get a cone from the drive-through. That was mind-blowing to me because I've never seen that before in life. So anyway, head over to goodhumor.com/jingle. And there you will be able to hear the Woo ice cream jingle situation.
Mm-hmm.
I bow. We already knew. Actually, no, before we get to that. So Spotify also did something that I thought was pretty cool. But actually before I even say that, I wanted to say, Jim, what was it that I was going to say about this RZA situation? No, I don't remember. All right, lovely. No, I do remember now. I'm sorry, y'all. So for those of you who are listening now, we started taping this earlier today, and we had some technical difficulties, and so now I'm trying to like.
It's clearly still early today.
Right, earlier today, and we had some technical difficulties, and I'm trying to remember all the shit that we said that I thought was good and worth saying. And one of those things was that, Good Humor really didn't have to do the shit. And this is yet again an example of Black Lives Matter moving some shit that really don't matter to us that much, but it's still pretty clever. Still pretty cool. Nice
You
check
know
for
what?
RZA.
I'm not gonna say it don't matter. What I'm gonna say is that we have a lot of like it's been so much that this is not pressing. But we've completely normalized racism in this country, and anything that reverts any of that is cool. It's just cool. I mean, we didn't ask for it, but hey, here we are.
Hmm. Um, yeah, my other question is, since Good Humor doesn't own any ice cream trucks, how does this actually get implemented?
Oh,
And to your
they're
point,
like going to well, first of all, all of those ice cream companies are owned by like well, when you see an ice cream truck, it's generally like one or two people that own them all. So they probably
mhm.
got like an ice cream truck distribution center or some kind of central thing to that world. Um,
I could see that.
so I know the ice cream truck spot right here is on Howell Mill. That's where all the
Yeah,
ones from
that's
here
all the ones
come
locally
from.
here in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Um, all right. So Spotify is also a company that does not necessarily have to do a whole lot to promote themselves. Or you would think maybe they do, I don't know, but they've been coming up with some more creative shit to do. The most recent, they did two things. So first they did this thing with Rap Caviar where you can log into your account and it will identify artists for whom you were an early adapter. So if you're somebody that primarily listens to your music on Spotify, that works really well. Like I'm not somebody who primarily listens to music on Spotify, but it was still really interesting for me to find out that according to Spotify, I was an early adapter for Schoolboy Q.
Mm.
It kind of makes sense because this is probably going back to those days when I was doing, the download before it was Cool People I Know, and I used to very very specifically look for music that wasn't being posted everywhere else. So I would specifically seek out the shit that wasn't on all the blogs or whatever. So I guess that would make me an early adapter. So that I thought that was a pretty cool little activation. And then people were sharing their, the screen cap. And then they of course got artists involved, and the artists would share theirs and be like, "Were you a day one fan?" And da 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 da. Cool. Then they got the weekend to do a personalized interactive AI listening experience.
Mm.
So again, based on all of the data that they collect, you log on to this experience to go listen to the weekend's album. There's an
What?
AI version of the weekend that pops up and it
Nice.
actually interacts with you, addresses you by name,
Mm.
gives you factoids and shit based on your data that your Spotify account has collected.
Wow.
That's kind of cool. I think that's kind of that's dope as shit. I would assume it kind of sounds like, when you go to like one of those whenever like museums and shit like that, and they kind of have this AI thing that welcomes you and it's acting like it's welcoming just you and it's talking directly to you.
Right.
But yeah. So you go in according to Billboard. It's between they're going to do this with other artists. They started with him, and then he shows up as the character that's on the cover of that After Dark album. So like in the red suit, the bloody nose, and all that fun stuff. So
What
if
is
you're
that?
like,
That bloody nose shit is creepy, bro.
this is
I don't want to be
literally
greeted
why
by
I've only
nobody
heard
with
the
no
album
bloody
once.
nose, dog. Like, especially like clean yourself up. Come on.
But I mean, this is the weekend. Like he spent the first half of his career dirty,
Like Jim
looking
Jones.
like he ain't believe in washing his hair and shit.
Like Jim Jones.
Oh, Jimmy. All right. So I thought that was pretty cool as well. Okay, now on to these girls that killed all of the things as expected. We already told you guys that when WAP dropped, it broke the record for the most streams on the most release day streams on YouTube at like 26.6 million or something like that. We knew it was going to top the Billboard charts. It not only topped the Billboard charts, but it also like destroyed all kinds of records. So coming in at 93 million streams,
Woo.
93 million US streams, not even counting international, just US.
Damn.
For the week ending August 13th, They knocked out Ariana Grande's record for highest number of first week streams by any song. Hers was 85.3 million for the song Seven Rings. That was in 2019. They knocked out the most weekly streams for any song this year. That was previously held by Roddy Ricch's The Box, which you guys were running into the ground back in January. They killed that record by 20 million streams. They are at the top of the Hot 100, the top of the streaming songs chart, the top of the digital song sales chart. Number one hot hip hop R&B record, number one hot rap record. This is the 42nd song to debut at number one. Think about what that means. In the history of the charts, only 42, my God, 42 songs have ever debuted at number one, and this is one of them.
That's it. Wow.
Yeah. It is the 7th song to debut at the top of the Hot 100 this year.
That's crazy.
Which also extends a record for the most in a single year. Prior to 2020, that record was 4 songs that reached at number one in 2018 and in 1995. It is also the 9th Hot 100 number one credited to 2 or more women. So 2 or more women who are solo acts that jumped on a song together.
Right.
Like City Girls wouldn't count, the Chicks wouldn't count.
Might be one of those.
Lady Marmalade? Yes, it is. Well, Lady Marmalade is, yes. The Boy Is Mine, No More Tears by Barbara Streisand and Donna Summer from 1979. S&M by Rihanna and Britney Spears. Fancy, Iggy Azalea and Charlie XCX. Oh my God, I forgot that song even existed.
I forgot that the Rihanna one actually.
I didn't know Britney was on that. I guess it must have been a remix. The Say So remix, the Savage remix. So even of that, like, it's 9 songs total that have done it, but the majority are from this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nuts. What else? What other number ones? I read somewhere, but I couldn't find an article to confirm that this is also the first collaboration by 2 rappers, 2 female rappers to debut at number one.
Mm-hmm.
So they did it. They killed it. They, sparked all kinds of conversations that have now died down. They gave away $1 million. And they inspired me to create a playlist that I'm going to share. It's in the link of my IG bio. But it's called BOFUM. A study in female rap multidimensionality, because I thought a nigga that only listens to niggas rap about selling drugs said women could only talk about one thing. Huh? All right.
I got nothing. I got nothing. We went through this last week. I got nothing.
So my playlist is out there. It's out there, y'all. I'm ready. Why do people feel so compelled to talk about other people's business that is not necessarily their business?
To detract from their business. I mean, duh, my life ain't shit. I don't got nothing going on. Might as well talk about somebody else.
What prompted me to ask you guys this question right now, y'all, is Russ is in headlines because he's ID'd Sci-Hi the Prince and newcomer Starrah as top industry writers.
Cool.
Why is this Russ's business to tell? I mean,
is he saying it in the context of, hey, these guys are great writers, or is he like trying to shade the artists?
He's trying to shade. Well, he wasn't trying to. Yes, he was trying to shade. Not Sci-Hi and Starrah, but he just went on Twitter and was like, "Shout out to Starrah and Sci-Hi. Those are actually a lot of y'all's favorite artists." With the crying laughing emoji.
There's tons of people that's been there. Like, why? I mean, first of all, Russ does shit to just try to make him making his own little beats and all that stuff, his little struggle beats, and having come up seem like it's a great thing. And it's like, listen, Russ. Congratulations. You're here. You did your thing, whatever. You made it, but you're just going to be a dick about it. Like, and that's why for everybody that likes Russ, there's 3 people who can't stand him. And I think it's just always going to be that way. And if he's cool with that, then we're cool with that. If you like Russ, that's great. I will never, ever, ever. I don't like his character, and I didn't
I'm
like
always
his
very
music, to be
fascinated
honest.
when I've seen him perform. I've always been very fascinated because the people who love him so much, so much.
And I mean, his music is especially now that he's got like people to work with, it's not bad. But I can't get jiggy with him. I just can't because it's
Jiggy.
always something. It's just always something with this dude. Like he's trying to just prove himself way too hard.
And that's exactly what happened. So apparently, Sahai's name was trending because somebody who I guess just found out that people be writing for other people, particularly Sahai, noticed Seidel Young's name on 4 of the tracks on Astroworld.
Okay.
Including Sicko Mode, and 3 tracks on Kanye West and Kid Cudi's Kids See Ghosts. Y'all ain't know Sahai wrote for Kanye yet?
Sahai is one of Kanye's primary writers. Duh.
Y'all didn't know
Everybody knew that though. Like that's not and everybody.
And before Sahai was Big Sean.
Big Sean. It was I mean, God, we can go down the list of people that wrote for him, including Travis Scott. Like we can go down the list of people.
And you can, and Kanye is another one like Dr. Dre, where you can tell the era where Travis Scott was writing for him, and then when Sahai was writing for him, and then when
No, we don't care, bro. We don't care.
We don't really care.
Shout out to Malik Yusef, 808 Heartbreak. Shout out to all those guys. They own his team. That's what he does.
So cool. But Russ is out here talking about it, just like last week Turk was out there putting Toya's business out there, but then referring to his own baby mother as my baby mama. Nah, bro. If you gonna say Wayne baby mama name, say your baby mama name.
Listen, bro.
Especially because Wayne got like 4. So had you just said Wayne's baby mama, nobody would have known who you were talking about.
Turk came home from prison and got a SNAP card. Is he even getting his royalties? I don't know why he out here acting crazy. Like it feels like ever since he got out, and I was rooting for Turk when he came home, but he came home with the wrong energy. And that's why he by himself. Like when you come home, some crazy shit, you feel away, like it just seemed like the situation just turned him negative. I want to say 2015 or 16, perhaps, because he moved here when he.
Of course he did. Of course.
Right.
Where else would he go? Speaking of which, rap game, whole energy towards Kim Kardashian about to change. If Kim Kardashian gets C Murder out of prison, like she is trying to do, as prompted by Monica, because clearly that is her boo, been her boo. Mm-hmm. Sorry to those guys who fathered her children, but that's not who she loves. She loves Corey Miller. She's all up on Instagram in TRU paraphernalia. And so she has convinced Kim Kardashian to help her get C Murder out, because of course C Murder. So for those of you who don't know, and it's since 2020, I have to give you guys a whole full background. Master P has 2 brothers who used to also be rappers. Okay. One of them is C Murder. The other one is Silk the Shaka. They used to be a group called TRU, TRU.
True. Yes.
In 2004, C Murder went to prison for murder because, and honestly, I believe that there was a whole thing where they actually did try to use his name as part of the reason why they tried to convince the jury that he was guilty. Like, clearly, this man murders people. His name is C Murder. So he's always maintained his innocence. The shooting, it was a shooting of a fan that happened in 2002. He was convicted in 2003. But like witnesses have recanted their statements.
Oh, it's been weird and fishy for years. This is why I don't realize. I didn't realize that for something had me thinking like he was gonna get out earlier, because there was a point where this was a really loud conversation where they realized like, yo, my man is literally locked up on some bullshit, and we figured that out a while ago, and now it's coming back up, and I mean I guess it's a good time.
It's coming back up because of No Limit Chronicles.
Right, but also, I mean, it's a good time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
it's kind of the thing right now. We're trying to undo the whole thing, and you got the justice, initiatives, and shout to Van Jones and Meek Mill and Hove for putting a
And
lot of
Kim,
bread
shit.
behind that situation. Kim works with Van Jones. Um,
And that other law firm that she's been working with, right?
right. So that's where the whole Meek Mill in the hotel room situation came from. But in all honesty, I hope that it does because I'm kind of tired of the Kardashian trashing.
Yeah, it's
It's kind of
excessive.
stale. It's kind of stale. And Kim's generally been doing great work on her own. And if you separate Kim, if you separate, I mean, the conversation always surrounds the aura of the Kardashians. It's never about Kim individually as a person. It's, I think because this person does this, that it's Kim's fault. Or this
Right.
person's like that, so it's Courtney's fault, or whatever. But Kim has always shown herself to be solid in situations like this. So I hope that people just literally let Kim be Kim and judge Kim for what she does, both good and bad. And then, just let the other shit fall where it may. Because like I said, what Kim did with was it Alice Johnson, and she's been really, really, really pushing this lane. She's been putting in the work. People are
Mm-hmm.
vouching for her on that side, saying like she's really putting in the work. People that we vouch for, people that we fuck with. You know what I'm saying? That's saying Kim's putting in the work. So at some point, we just gotta let Kim be great.
The
But I blame
attorney's name
Kanye.
that she's been working with, her name is Brittany Barnett.
Okay, shout out to Brittany Barnett.
A black woman, black attorney. And then, Kim also, found out that actually in the state of California, you can, and I don't think it's just a California thing, but you can put in a certain amount of hours as an apprentice at a law firm.
Mm-hmm.
And then if
Yeah.
you're able to pass the bar, then you can become an attorney that way.
You gotta pass the test though.
Right. Yeah, you gotta pass the bar. So you can't, so what was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't part of it is, I kind of get like the idea that this family is just all in your face. But I don't really know why people just hate them the way that they do. Like y'all watch
it's marketing.
Y'all watch Love and Basketball. I mean, not Love and Basketball, Basketball Wives and Love and Hip Hop. And you watch these black people, tear each other down and knock each other down day in and day out. And that's cool. But you watch this family literally build each other up into a whole bunch of different types of businesses. Like, Courtney does like a bunch of, motherhood related green things. Obviously, Khloe has had a struggle or has battled her weight or her image for many, many years. She's turned that into some money. Huh?
To my OG daughter.
See, y'all got to stop that shit too.
I'm not gonna stop that one.
Rob makes socks. Poor Rob. And then the younger sisters. What is? I don't know why I'm Kylie. And the other one, the one that stays out the way.
The other one, because she stays way out the way.
She stays so we already know.
We already
but
know
she don't really beat out the way because she's a model, and so she does what all the models do. The models date the fucking athletes.
They got makeup. They got they got businesses, and
they got clothing lines for their kids. Like let them rock, man. Like, matter of fact, take a page from their book, and figure out what the fuck you and your family can build up in that same way.
Exactly. Instead of hating on these folks, I mean, they jumped in Cardi DMs and Cardi's. I mean, they jumped in Cardi's messages and Cardi set them straight. Why are you doing it? Because these are my friends in real life, bro. Like we have family ties. You know what I'm saying? Like our kids play together. Like it's weird, bro. It's weird. It's super weird.
I asked why she was in the video too.
Yes, you did, and I was questioning you too.
But also, the reason why I did though is because if it was the kind of thing where if the video itself was a different type of video, I maybe wouldn't have questioned it. But also, I didn't even realize that was her. That was really my thing. Like, why? When I said why was she there, I wasn't saying oh, she shouldn't have been in the video. I was saying what the fuck was her purpose in the video? Like, she didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? What's her name? She opened the fucking door.
But that was the point. She was opening the doors to show what everybody else was doing. Like, well, first of all, y'all seen she was just with.
She only opened one door.
Well, y'all seen she was just with Meg, so you know they got a relationship. Y'all should also know that she's got a relationship with with Cardi. I question why y'all question why people are places. Why was Sukihana there? Why was Normani there?
Normani was dancing. Normani danced.
That's literally what she did. That's cool. But at least Sukihana was on her knees.
She had a working role, and it was a
working role. But
she had a working cameo.
Wasn't working a role. Okay.
I mean, I call bullshit. Like I said, had it been a different type of vibe, had it been like some shit.
What kind of vibe would she fit into?
Like if it was a video where she was on some remember if it was a video that was like we're having a slumber party at the house with all my friends and she was in a scene with the rest of them, I wouldn't have questioned it as much. Honestly, I didn't even know who the fuck she was when I saw her at first. And then when I saw her, and again, like I said, when I said, why is she here? I was not questioning her inclusion in the video. I was literally saying, what was the point of that?
Well, I mean,
I'm not the target audience of that video.
I'm just wondering what, it's a video with sexy women in different capacities doing different things. And that was the role that they had for her. Everybody did something different. That was her thing.
It also doesn't help that I don't, you said it's a video with sexy women. I don't see her as sexy. I don't see her as unattractive. Like I see a lot of merit in who she is as a person. I don't have no reason to hate on her or whatever, but like none of the shit that quote unquote makes her anyway, whatever.
Yeah, that's another weird rabbit hole to go down.
Your fave.
We like it.
Or not even, what's her name? What's the girl name?
Which girl?
Kylie. Minnie Kim.
Billion. Oh, she's much richer than Kim.
No. But when I say Minnie Kim, I'm not saying money wise. I'm saying that like you can tell from the social media appear, like the things she does on social media, and if you've ever watched the show, like that's who she emulates. Like that's
her sister. That's kind of how it works. You grew up in.
There's 7 of them, my nigga. Like stop caping for this girl, dog.
And you're hating on the child, just like we just talked about how people are. You doing the same thing you said people are doing.
I'm not hating. I'm stating a fact. I'm not hating.
You're literally.
I'm not. I'm stating a fact.
Doing your own justified way. You're literally doing exactly what you said America's doing.
No, I'm saying that when you look at their relationships, you can tell which 2 sisters have what dynamic, right?
And that's
you can always tell that. And Kylie emulates Kylie models herself after Kim. That's not a bad thing at all.
You got that little. You still doing that little podcast?
No, I'm not saying that at all. I wasn't saying it like that at all. It is. But she just called Chloe OJ's daughter, my nigga. Come on now.
Because she is OJ's daughter.
She's not though.
Look at them shoulders.
See. So how is that not hating? But what I'm saying is hating.
That's not Robert. We talking about genetics. That's not hating.
I'm not hating either. I'm saying even if she emulates her older sister.
If she looked like OJ, that's cool. I'm cool with that. I'm saying,
and if Kylie emulates her older sister, that's perfectly
That's also
normal.
fine, but I wouldn't say it's little Kim.
Come on now. Anyway.
Not little Kim. She's grown with a lot of money and she's very sexy.
Okay, but that's also genetics.
And that's why she's in the video.
All right, sir. I'm changing your name from president of the State Property Fan Club to the Kylie Jenner Fan Club. I didn't realize.
I'll take it. I will take it.
I won't talk about your fave anymore.
Absolutely, gladly.
All right, so
weird. It's just weird watching everybody trash the Kardashians in one way, shape, form, or fashion.
Nobody though, bro.
In one way, shape, form, or fashion. Everybody got a weird energy for them. It's weird. I don't really I don't pay them no attention really, but everybody's got a weird negative energy for them in one way or the other, and everybody thinks it's justified. Everybody's got their own version of a weird energy towards them, and you do too.
And so do you. Like this is weird.
I wouldn't have brought them up.
Weird.
I wouldn't be talking about them. I wouldn't have brought her up.
Okay,
nobody saw me post about Kylie after the video.
But we saw you respond.
No, we saw you post about it.
And we saw you respond to my post. So
weird.
Anyway, all right, okay. I'm sorry. I won't ever talk about her ever again in life. But like again, I never said nothing negative, but
questioning why she was there.
That's not negative.
What is it?
If the answer is she was there because they're friends, that's the answer.
What you think the answer was?
I don't follow them niggas like that. I don't know that they're friends. So, you answered my question. They're friends. Cool.
But did you ask the same question about anybody else in there?
No, I asked it for a completely different reason. Oh. And I asked it before I knew that everybody else was asking it. Like, I literally was asking what was the purpose. I don't know that them niggas have a relationship. I don't know that they're friends.
I just wonder why anybody would pick her out.
I literally let me tell you my interaction with the Kardashians ever since I stopped watching the show. And I didn't stop watching the show for any other reason other than the fact that I don't have regular cable, so I don't have E, right? My interaction with them is every 3 months or so, one of their kids or one of them will pop up in my discovery page on Instagram, and I'll go down a rabbit hole, and I'll go and I'll look at all their kids, and I'll look at their outfits, and I'll look at their hair. I don't talk shit about them broads. I watch the show. I don't buy their makeup because I don't fucking wear makeup. My actual question about Kylie being in the video was literally like, what did she do? Why was she there? I don't know that they're friends. You answer to me that they're friends. That's my answer. That's done. I'm satisfied with it.
I just wonder why everybody was questioning why.
Just now when I said that she emulates her big sister, like a lot of people emulate their big sister.
Yeah, and then when I said, well, they grew up. You're like, well, no, but she just picked this one out because there's 7 of them. I'm like, I didn't say how many there were. I just said she was around her. They grew up around each other. So, okay, I guess I'm the one with the weird energy. But I was just pointing out, I was rolling with you, and you was making the point bigger.
Okay, but when I said baby Kim, I wasn't saying it like pejoratively. Okay. Like I didn't mean it as a diss at all in any way, shape, or form. If anything, she's the one that followed really what Kim said. Like she's the one that's come the closest to achieving what or actually has surpassed what Kim did. But it's very obvious that she's patterned herself after her big sister. There's nothing wrong with that shit. I don't say that shit negatively at all. So you don't have to defend her so hard for me. I'm not. I don't have no beef with your girl. You know who else people really love to hate on? People really love to hate on Sean Corey Carter and assign to Sean Corey Carter all types of nefarious pretenses and motives and shit. So, of course, we know Nas's album is dropping tonight at midnight. It's called King's Disease. We're trying to understand why it's called King's Disease. Have you seen that press release yet?
No, I have not. Do they try to explain it?
I mean, I'm trying to find out if somebody knows. Because that's just a weird name. Like, I don't know. Like certain words just, I mean, I guess the word disease is really supposed to make you, it actually means not at ease. So certain words are.
I'm just trying to think of all of Nas's discography and see where that name fits into it.
And it doesn't.
I don't think it does.
Right? It's like Illmatic.
Like Godson, Streets Disciple.
Godson. Right. Like, so what's King's Disease? I don't know.
I mean, maybe it's still in his medieval bag. I don't know.
Is he maybe saying that he has the King's Disease in that, he's gotten to the top and now he doesn't know what else? I don't know. I'm putting a lot on it. Anyway, it's coming out. It's coming out tonight, tomorrow.
I'm on it. I'm excited for that.
The Firm is on it, but Foxy with Cormega and not Nature.
No, they said the original.
The original Firm is on it.
Ain't them niggas been beefing? Nature.
No, so Cormega and Nas were beefing. And
but I also believe that at some point Nature was beefing with. Well, the funny part was Nature was beefing with Cormega, and then I believe that after that Nature was beefing with Nas. Queens niggas don't never get along.
There's always the one friend of a friend who just can't accept that he didn't blow up like everybody else did. I'm waiting for Memphis Bleek's tell all, but
wow, he's rich.
Earlier this week,
you'll never get it.
That's the King's Disease. Sometimes the money ain't enough. Earlier this week,
is he's chilling all the way.
Earlier this week, Nas announced his or released the track list for King's Disease, 13 songs long. Like you said, the Firm is on it, Brucey B's on it, the world famous Brucey B, Anderson .Paak, Big Sean, Don Toliver, Lil Durk, ASAP Ferg, Fabio Foreign, Hit Boy is on Ultra Black. We got Ultra Black as the first single. Listening to Ultra Black, did you feel encouraged about the beat selection on this project?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I've heard negative things about Ultra Black, and I really tried to understand why.
I mean, you're gonna hear negative things. If you want to hear negative things, you're gonna hear negative things. I mean, as a purveyor of fine beats, that shit slaps. So, and Nas is in control of that beat. It's not
I
him
really
trying to
enjoyed
do
that
some
song.
other shit. It's got a nice little jazzy vibe to it. Like it reminds me of some. It really reminds me of something that could have possibly been in the Stillmatic era. It's got that kind of texture to it. So I'm
I
here for it.
I enjoyed it. Somebody said that Nas sounded like the cool social studies professor that likes to write raps to teach you about history.
Yeah, but he sounded like that forever, his whole
Right.
life.
No,
Like, what
that's
are
what
you
they were
talking
saying.
about?
They were
Like,
saying that's what he's always sounded
that
like.
is Nas.
Yeah, they were saying that's what he's always sounded like. I just had never heard it described that way, and I thought it was fucking
That's a
hilarious.
great explanation because that is
It really,
exactly
really
it.
is.
So just to
Um,
real quick, just to clarify, in 2010, Nature made a song called "Nas Is Not," aka "Fuck Nas." So yeah, they got beef.
oh.
So
So listen, like let me explain when I say that people have this irrational need to hate on Jay-Z.
mm-hmm.
The article that I'm looking at right now with the track list is on Hypebeast. And at the bottom of the article, after they've listed the songs from King's Disease, it says elsewhere in music, and it's a link to another article. Travis Scott is set to release his new single, The Plan, on August 21st. Also, the same day as Nas' album.
Okay.
Today, it comes out that Jay-Z and Pharrell are dropping a song.
Okay.
And here comes the motherfucking internet. Every time Nas get ready to drop something, Jay-Z drops something. What? How do y'all know this? What is going on in your lives that you've been marking this down for a decade? Uh-huh. And then you keep going. I just saw it on, was it on Facebook that I was just showing it to you?
That's ridiculous.
Where somebody actually made a chart, and it's like, it's true. The Carter's album did come out a day after that fiasco that was the big event.
Does anybody even remember what that was called? Was that the one where they stole the album cover?
Yes, where he stole the album cover, where they had mad people standing under the Brooklyn Bridge for hours, and they had all kinds of technical difficult. I mean Queensbridge, for all kinds of technical difficulties. And then Jay-Z and Beyonce just walked by on a Saturday afternoon and said, "Oh, here you go, guys. No, we're about to hop on stage right now. Can't talk about it, but here you go." Then they tried to say that Lion King, The Gift, came out last year on the same day as Nas dropped something else.
Seriously, Lion King, The Gift.
Yes, I'm trying to find the post because, like, I was so.
Do they know that Jay-Z's not responsible for the release date of Lion King, The Gift?
Listen, the Carters are clearly sitting at their house waiting for, like, with a Google alert, letting them know when Nas is going to drop
got something. Yeah, we dropping. We dropping.
Actually, Blue walks in the office. Sean, Beyonce. I don't know if y'all were paying attention, but apparently Nasir is dropping another song, and y'all need to go in the studio right now. But Mom, no.
Right now.
Go in the studio right now and go record something because Nasir is dropping an album. Y'all are ridiculous.
We just never going, like, there's just a subsection of the world that'll never just they'll never get over the Jay-Z and Nas thing. And it's funny because I just saw they had a story detailing their when they squashed the beef in 2006. I think it was at a Def Jam retreat or something like that. And
no, it was on stage.
That was there at the
or
time
did they squash the beef before they got on stage?
Yeah, they squashed the beef before. It happened at a retreat, and then at the Summer Jam they did the whole thing where they did that, and then the rest was Def Jam history. But like, we still want to fight that battle. It's been over, dog. It's been over.
Y'all, like, I don't even understand why this list. I wish I could find it. I can't find it, but I just really do not understand who or how you went back to 2003 and literally were able to pinpoint when Nas dropped and when Jay-Z dropped. Like, y'all are crazy.
They must have called up Dar Parker. I mean, Dar Adams, because Dar Adams knows all the release dates.
Jeez, man.
All right.
Anyway, so when Nas dropped Ultra Black, which we both said we very much enjoyed, the biggest conversation around that song, poor Nas, has been the fact that he said unapologetically black.
Like Doja Cat.
Unlike Doja Cat.
Unlike Doja Cat. And, you know, all right, Nas. See, we give you credit for one thing, then you go do something else. And I mean, it was a cool line. I get it. Like as a rapper,
it's a very cool line.
As a rapper, it works. But it's the tidal wave that happens after that in fandom, right? So you got some people saying, "Okay, Nas, but you did this, you did that. Like, you're not the great champion. You know, who are you to throw stones? You live in a glass house, yada yada." And then there's other people like, "Yeah, drag that B, drag her." So, it's a mess.
2020 is exhausting. Y'all are exhausting. Y'all are exhausting. I just really don't like. He made like I don't understand. Like, is that not what rap is supposed to be? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, remember when Jay-Z had the line about Bill Cosby?
So, but here's the thing, right? The problem with Nas has always been that he's positioned himself in a certain way. You know, like when you take the high, when you try to take the high ground, and you point out to other people, like, nah, that's been my problem with him. He's always tried to take the high ground and look down at people. And I like the metaphor, I like the rap, but that's a thing that a certain subsection of people who, you know, we've been listening to Nas for a long time, we also know he does that. You know, you the righteous king, the teacher, the this, that, and the third,
but
blah, blah, blah.
How is what he's saying about Doja Cat not like, how is that taking him away from being in that space? Because just a month ago, they were trying to cancel Doja Cat because Doja Cat was...
They was trying to cancel Nas for beating on Khalees too. So...
Yes.
You know, but that's the pushback. It's like, fam, you saying all this, but you ain't in a position to be out here pointing out other people's misgivings and shortcomings. You know, and like I said, it's not because of that. It's because he's often positioned himself. Like even in the Jay-Z Nas thing, he positioned himself as, well, I'm this and you're just that. Even though, you know, we see how it turned out. But that's just always the thing, you know, with Nas has always been the self-righteous niggas, you know, very much on that Talib Kweli tip sometimes.
I just thought it was a very clever line.
It is. No, it's an absolutely clever line. I'm just saying that's what... I'm
kind of surprised that he's getting pushed back on it. I mean, I'm not surprised because it's 2020.
Yeah, I mean, it's the internet. So, like I said, if you got... It's going to go one way or the other because once the media start isolating Doja Cat, you know, who laughed it off and kept it moving, by the way.
No, Doja Cat is dropping a song called Nas tomorrow.
Okay, because she's smart. But when her initial reaction was... She gave it 3 lines and then kept it moving. So right. I'm sure somebody called her up like, yo, this is an opportunity to get some coins.
Yeah, but her reaction was the reaction that all of us should have had, which was just a chuckle. Like,
but it's not ever going to be that. It's, you know, it's just not. I mean, think about the fact that we still, like, people just did that weird thing that we just said they did. And you got people out here making lists and doing that. We definitely going to have people arguing about this.
Like, I really just am very... tickled by the fact that like people really are, you know, clocking it because it's not he's not better to do. The person that posted that list is not the only person I saw say it. Like it was a couple,
you know, and they probably got it from each other. Like, you know, it always starts with one person and then just travels around the internet.
Yes, indeed.
I'm sure there are 50 conspiracy theories on YouTube right now.
And then somebody else jumped in on Facebook and said they heard the new Jay-Z and Pharrell single and it's a no.
Oh, okay.
Y'all are never happy with Jay-Z songs.
I'm still happy with 444.
I am too. I'm very happy with I'm happy with his verse on Mood Forever. I wasn't mad at that. And his appearance in the video, I wasn't mad at that as well, either.
But people also got a weird disdain for Pharrell at times.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's odd. I guess
I never peeped that.
You know what? When And it's always been this way, especially in the black community, man. Whenever niggas could do more, they always get hated on. And Pharrell's always been that dude. He's never been one thing, and that always gets you hate. Whenever you could slide and you could be in two places at once, so you can do the skateboard shit and do the rap shit, and like Pharrell could do whatever he wants. He's a cultured dude, but that always got people hate. So plus the nigga ain't Asian, and everybody mad at him for that too.
I found it. Okay. These niggas went back to 2001 and uncovered, and I'm not going to even give it the energy to go and fact check this. I'm pretty certain at least one of these things is going to end up being wrong.
Of course, but because they had to make it.
Yeah. So Stillmatic and Unplugged dropped on the same day, December 18th, 2001. Streets Disciple and Collision Course dropped on November 30th, 2004. Nas's Greatest Hits and American Gangster. If y'all don't shut up.
Nas's Greatest Hits.
That's not even something that Nas does as the artist, right? Like typically Greatest Hits is some shit that the label does, right?
Right, yeah. Columbia probably did it.
Well, Nas's Greatest Hits and American Gangster dropped on November 6th, 2007. Nasir and Everything Is Love. That's the only one, but like that wasn't even a dig at Nas. That was Nas getting caught in the crossfire of this Jay-Z and Kanye shit.
Actually, it's not even a crossfire. It's just Kanye having this weird. I don't know what's up with him.
Being a petulant child is
he is. He still talk about. I wish Jay-Z. I wish Jay, like, dog, Jay not worried about you, fam. He done moved on. He's like, it's like the ex who still is like, maybe we'll get back together one day. Let that man be, bro. He don't rock with your direction.
And then they said the Lost Tapes 2 and Lion King both came out last year on July 19th.
The Lost Tapes 2 should have got lost.
But also, nobody that listened to Lion King: The Gift was really thinking about Jay-Z. Like, y'all are reaching. Right. Y'all be Stretch Armstrong to the game, bro, with the reach. All right, guys. This would be a great time if you had a product release. Like, the people DMing me about their videos that they want me to check out. I'm so shady. I'm sorry. This would be a great time for you to let us advertise whatever it is that you're pushing on your behalf.
And you can send us the merch.
You can send us, whatever it is, and we can vouch for it. I particularly, if anybody's listening that gives a fuck, I need to step up my graphic tee game because I'm on this screen a lot. And I would like to, rotate my clothes a little bit.
Yeah, my graphic tee habit is expensive. Especially since I do 2 live events a week, man, it's tough.
You and Donovan have the same shirt.
Well, you and everybody has this shirt. This one's popular.
Alrighty, so Young Aubrey came back with a lackluster song and a great video.
That's interesting because I disagree, but go ahead.
Not lackluster song. It sounded like God's Plan. Like it was in the let me take that back. Drake has a formula. And this song fits
it's also co-produced by the same person who co-produced God's Plan. So.
Well, there you go. It's a formula.
But yeah, the video is amazing. The video is just a series of Drake showing you that you can't do the shit that Drake can do. That's number one. Number one, this nigga got concept Maybach cars in there. Cars that you cannot buy. You cannot purchase these vehicles.
First of all, you can't go work out at the Nike facility during a fucking pandemic in the middle of the night. Let's just start there.
But I'm just starting from the top because the first thing you see is these 2 Maybachs that you actually can't buy them.
Let me tell you how much of a rich nigga I'm not. I can't tell between those Maybachs and any other Maybachs.
Those joints are concepts. They don't even exist in real life. So there's that. And then my nigga took over the whole Nike campus. The whole Nike campus in Beaverton, Oregon.
In the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night, took his girl shopping. She laying on a pile of bags. They laughing and yucking.
And his people are there. He's kicking it with the homies.
Man, he's shooting around with KD, playing catch with Odell.
I'm just here to watch Marshawn Lynch sack that nigga
Yo,
over and over and
he
over and
got
over and over and over
tackled
and
by
over and
Marshawn
over
Lynch.
and over and over and over and over again.
Yo, if you watch that video, that's the part you're gonna rewind for sure.
Yes, I did.
But also the suits, the '90s hat,
Yes, that was very,
Steve
very
Harvey
funny.
suit
Yeah,
vibe, like, because that was the thing that really we
that was very
remember
much a thing
when the
because when they
players was
first
really,
started, and that's the thing that I don't
yeah.
think people understand
That
when
was
they.
like Chris Webber and them, like the Fab Five, you
Yeah.
know.
Well, because here's the thing. When the NBA implemented their dress code, there was only but so many people making clothes for big and tall men. Like you wasn't gonna find a whole bunch of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, one of these niggas went out, or somebody figured out that like basketball players have money and have to get dressed. So let's start making fine clothes for men over 6'3", 6'4".
Oh yeah.
Who are not big, who are only tall but not big. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
So you know, as much as y'all love to clown the current NBA players who are a little bit overly eccentric, like that's what they used to have to work with, was them too tall Steve Harvey 6-button suits.
And I also really want to shout out Lil Durk.
Yes.
Because listen, I don't know if the world's been paying attention. Lil Durk been doing this thing for a long time. I'm glad that nigga survived. Like, Little Durk is from Chicago. He's from the real Chicago. He's a real Chicago dude. Him and Chief Keef, these dudes are national treasures. We must protect them. But Little Durk showed his ass on this. Absolutely. He did. And it's fun. It's a fun video, man. It's a very fun shit, but it's
my
fun.
favorite part is that part where Drake like was fake crying. That shit
and Juice came out talking about some
absolutely how all of us feel about 2020. It's been a long journey, and you just have to have a warrior spirit.
Dog, listen, Drake always reminds you too. Even when he flexes, he always reminds you that he keeps his pulse on what's going on. He always has, like, having the comedian in there, like, he always lets you know that he's paying attention to what's current. Like, even having Shiggy, like, you know what I mean? Like, Drake is always like, yo, I'm just like y'all, dog. Like, I know I'm up here doing this, but he always lets you know, like, he started from here. And that's why I always appreciate
Did he start from the bottom, says?
He started from the bottom.
Now he's here. I think that Drake also likes to do what every kid who's ever been picked on has been told by their parents to do. Make fun of yourself before they have a chance to do it. Mm-hmm. Y'all gonna call me soft and corny and this, that, and the third. I'm gonna just do it first.
But he's built an empire on being emotional.
Yes.
And we realize that Drake has a range of emotions. He got anger. He's got sadness. Of course, this is the perfect joint. Laugh now, cry later. But let's talk about this. Please don't play that little boy in the club, because we don't get down with the rats or whatever it is that he was saying. Is that a dig at the little treasure troll?
Yes, it is.
You know why it is? Because Dirk said it is. Because he doubled down on it on Instagram.
Yeah, but were they both talking about the same person?
I don't know, but when Dirk came in, he definitely ditched Tekashi. So, and then he
so Drake said, "Damn, now I'm trying to find it."
I mean, Drake's still beefing with Pusha T.
I'm in the trenches, relax. Can you not play that little boy in the club because we don't listen to rats? Okay, so that was Dirk's verse, but Drake said
Drake had some missiles for somebody.
He had a similar line. Please don't play that nigga's songs in the party. I can't even listen to that.
And that's definitely for Pusha T.
Who has ever played a Pusha T song in a party? Oh, no, clips. Okay.
Well, no, we played clip songs.
Right.
We ain't played nothing that was Pusha T.
I'm very curious as to who. Wait, the internet thinks in 2019, Drake celebrated his 33rd birthday by throwing a huge party where he invited many of his close friends. At one point during the party, Drake's DJ started playing the Good Music remix of Chief Keef's Don't Like, which features his rivals Pusha T and Kanye West. You're right.
Yeah. So, you know.
Oh, you guys.
No, because I believe recently Pusha T came with some bars for him. So Drake said, I'm gonna go to the Nike joint and flex all over y'all and show y'all what I could do. So, hey man, I'm here for it. Your turn, Pusha T. What's up?
Oh Lord.
I mean, this is entertainment. These is two titans. Let's see what he got.
Okay, so we talked about Ultra Black.
Mm-hmm.
Sierra released a song, and I'm like, God damn it, nigga! You released a song while you were pregnant, or shot the video while you were pregnant, and you tied it to some kind of charitable shit. Like, could you have not put a Jafaican accent at the beginning of the song so that I didn't have to just
not a
be
Jafaican accent? Yeah.
Have you listened to it? My melanin is rooted. Lot of mercy.
I'd have called that one right out.
The part by the beach, it's so bad. I don't know if it's supposed to be African or Jamaican, but I know that Esther Dean is from she's from Kalamazoo, Missouri, or some small town in the Midwest, and Sierra is from fucking Atlanta. Like, I looked it up because I was like, maybe Esther Dean is Jamaican, and I just didn't know. It was so bad. But the song is called.
I was surprised when I saw where she was from too.
The song gave me great value Black Parade. It's very possible that had that song came out before Black Parade, I wouldn't know. I still would have felt the way that I feel about that damn accent at the beginning of the song, but
you would have.
The song felt very much like a Black Parade knockoff to me.
Mm-hmm. Well, good thing I died. But
you haven't listened to it.
Didn't listen to that.
I thought you listened to it.
No. What? Wait, which one? No, I didn't.
The Sierra one? No.
Nope, did not. I did listen to some other stuff though. So
yes, Dua Lipa digged really, really deep in her flex bag and dropped a really, really good dance song with both the white gays fave Madonna and the black gays fave Missy Elliott. And I say the gays not because the rest of us don't love them, but dance music is really not catered to all the rest of us. We just benefit from it. That's a reality.
Yeah, it is.
And you can ask them, they'll tell you. So this is a song that was already out?
Yes, and this is the remix.
Drop an album in March or something, right? March, April?
Yeah, Levitating was already out. And this is like a real remix. This is it don't even sound like the original remix.
Oh, word.
This is okay, that one went left, we went right. And
it's really good.
It is.
And she dropped the video for it. A lot of people are making actual videos. They stopped making videos in their house.
But, they're still being smart about it. I mean, a lot of them have multiple scenes. I mean, there's tons of stuff you could do with a video and some cameras. But Cardi B said that they spent $1 million on coronavirus tests. So that's awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in that video, so I could see that.
A lot of people, a lot of staff. A
lot of staff. Yeah, I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that. Who else dropped? I just remembered one that we didn't talk about earlier, but we're gonna go through these first. Actually, no, let's talk about this one because you mentioned something about Drake, and this person does this too. Young Dro dropped a song this week called TikTok.
Did he?
He did. And in the video, he went and got, so he released it via World Star Hip Hop, which I just, okay. But in the video,
Dro fans are these days?
Huh?
Is that where Dro's fans are these days?
There's a whole subset of society that still doesn't understand that whole thing is a racket. But in the video, not only does he have a whole bunch of dances and stuff that have been TikTok challenges, but he actually has a bunch of these young TikTok influencers, like the girl Jalea who made Lottery. He has her included in the video, but virtually, she is on a screen. Mm-hmm. He has a lot of these kids on there dancing in masks. So, and it's Dro. Dro's going to give you a fun song with bars very carefully crafted in. so that it doesn't take away from the fun of the song, but you know that he's still spitting.
Mm-hmm.
And it was released through 1RPM, which is like a distributor style label, like Empire.
Yes.
So yeah, I guess I don't want to say Dro back because Dro loves to just give us a song every 2 years and then go away.
But Dro dropped something not too long ago. I want to say it was maybe 2 months ago. That was pretty cool.
Let's see.
I think he did a whole project actually.
Did he? Was it a mixtape?
Yeah, I know I saw Dina with him for something, and I believe that it was he was active on a music tip. I'm here for Dro, man. I'm a big Dro fan.
I'm a fan of Dro as well.
Big Dro fan, but
Sis, that's what we doing. Kiko.
Dro's out here in these streets, when he needs to be, but Dro has positioned himself as an OG in these Atlanta streets.
I need to go get Kiko a toy that's not gonna make noise because she's not gonna stop.
No, go for it.
Come on, Mama. Come on.
Yeah, so this is also a good time to remind you guys that we are broadcasting on multiple channels. Please make sure you subscribe to the Chop Block Pod on everything. We are at the Chop Block Pod on Instagram. We are on Facebook. We're on YouTube. All the appropriate social media. So share, let people know. We're going to be trying to grow this channel. We got some pretty cool stuff coming up, and we appreciate y'all being a part of this. But yeah, man, a lot of good music coming out this week. Definitely a lot of good music. Let us know what music you've been listening to in the comments. If we miss a song, we miss an album, or if there's something that you think was pertinent on a news tip or whatever, just tag in with us and let us know, like, hey guys, what about this? What about that? And we might address it on the show next week.
Yes, please do that. Definitely do that.
We want to make this a little interactive. You know what I'm saying?
But you can't see her. I don't know what the hell Rocky mode she just went into.
That's my other co-star, Kiko, yeah.
Yes, the other co-host, Kiko Chanel. Here to put us on to all the haps in the dog creator world. Alicia Keys released a song, and I think it's my first Alicia Keys song that I've liked in like a smooth decade.
Mm-hmm.
And it's called... a video. Yeah. It's called So Done, featuring Khalid. Khalid has an interesting career for me also.
Okay.
Like, Khalid is hot, but Khalid is not hot. Like, Khalid, like, people love music. People love Khalid's music, but I don't know that people have necessarily connected to Khalid.
I agree with that.
You see what I'm saying? I agree with that. Like, Ariana Grande got fans, like, and them people ride, they look for her, The Weeknd, same thing. Travis Scott, same thing. I don't know that Khalid has like a whole Khalid stan culture happening on Instagram.
No. And that comes with the territory with a lot of artists. Like, they're not necessarily breaking through, but for him, he just needs a moment. And the crazy thing is too,
he's had some though.
But here's the thing: he's had a huge song, but I think that song crossed over. But that audience over there didn't necessarily gravitate towards it. So people love that song, but that's not like the people who would be in his core fan base. And that was a huge pop song that was resonated with young people. Whatever. Talk? Yeah, no, what was it? American Teen.
Oh, I don't even know that song.
Yeah, something like that. Oh, that might have been the name of the album. But
the album, I think, was American Teenager. So he had Talk, and then he had another song.
But his core audience, I think, or the people who would, quote unquote, be his core audience, he's an R&B dude. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know necessarily where he fits into the R&B landscape, because he's done a lot of he's had big pop moments. But I don't think the pop audience is riding for him.
So it's almost like he's on the underground side of R&B, but he didn't fucked around and got some hits.
Yeah, definitely got some bigger looks than a lot of people. I mean, which gets you on the song with Alicia Keys. You know?
Yeah.
So
I feel like Khalid could have got on the song with Alicia Keys anyway, but I don't know.
no.
No, you don't think so?
No, I don't think Alicia Keys just be doing a song with just anybody just because.
Well, okay, that was Kanye. I was about to say Alicia Keys went and sang somebody damn ad libs on a song while she was pregnant, but it was Kanye. So that would always be the biggest Kanye flex in the world to me. The fact that he like got a pregnant Alicia Keys to come and just sing "Oh, oh, oh" on All the Lights. Like that's it. Like just do this part.
All of the lights was a whole flex. That was Kanye. Flex. I got a Kanye theory that's not actually a theory because I know so many Kanye collaborators. But All of the Lights was a huge flex. I mean, look at the video. You know,
huge flex.
But Kanye's entire career is a huge flex.
I wish that All of the Lights could have been the direction that the rest of Kanye's career went. Like not sonically, but just I don't know. Like it was a big song, and like not that hasn't had other big songs, but it was light. That's what it is for me. It was a levity to it. It was, even though he's talking about the hood, the ghetto university, and shit that is, but it was a light song. And then after that, he went to like weirdo rich nigga shit.
Yeah, because he got shit to prove, man. Kanye is an emotional artist, and
he is.
The world just converges on him, and I feel like everything around him, like the pressure, makes him make music. It's a tough space to be in to try to be creative.
Speaking of people with all eyes on them, Miley Cyrus is back.
All eyes on me.
Miley Cyrus is back with a song called "Making Sky." That wasn't bad.
Miley's interviews,
kind of fun.
Miley's interviews and revelations this week have been more, were better.
Interesting than the song.
Yeah, and it's not a bad song. Don't get me wrong. It's just I don't know. This is one of the songs. Like Miley gets a lot of shade for appropriation and shit like that. This is one of the songs that kind of makes me believe it. And I'm not usually that person.
Really?
But it doesn't sound natural. It sounds a little contrived to me. And then even with the video, it's like, I don't know, it feels very put together. It don't feel like Miley. You know what I'm saying? I believe Miley on 23 more than I do on this one. That means I believe Miley hanging out in the hood more than I do Miley dancing the disco in Japan. And I don't know if it was Japanese because I can't read Japanese or Chinese or whatever other language.
See, now I need to try to see if I can mute this. Oh, I know what I could do. No, I can't because I won't be able to hear you.
But yeah, I can't. I don't know. It was just
you couldn't get her vocals over it. So I didn't watch the video while you were playing the song. Mm-hmm. I was okay with the song, but I think also maybe I was okay with the song, but not necessarily because it sounded like a Miley Cyrus song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not a bad song. It's just her vocals. Like, I don't know. I generally listen to the vocal track. I listen to the music and I see like if they kind of feel good together. Mm-hmm. And it didn't feel as good together as I wanted it to be. It didn't feel like, it felt like country Miley singing over a disco beat. Mm. And I've heard Miley, use different musical stylings or whatever. She's got a good voice, but it just sounded a little off to me. It's a good song. It's just like, the video made it even more like what. And like I said, I'm generally cool with the things Miley's got, but if it's 2020, I'm listening to the other Cyrus.
Mm.
Yeah.
The other Cyrus, who Noah?
Noah, yeah.
Oh. Well, pop media imploded over the song because there's parts of the song that sounds like she's talking about her last two relationships.
Yeah, because she told all this week. She did an interview on Barstool, whatever that lady show was, where they sat poolside, and she told the world that she lost virginity to her husband or ex-husband when she was 16.
Really?
Yeah, she was 16.
Shut up.
Yeah, Liam Hemsworth. And Liam's like, I'm just over here trying to live my life while y'all bothering me.
Yo, I was about to say something really inappropriate.
I'm not going to say it.
I'm not going to say
my business. Leave me alone.
I have something really inappropriate to say. Can I say? I'm not gonna say it. I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
Shouts to Mike Will though.
Listen,
I'm sorry. Okay.
this is the part of the show where I leave.
All I said was shouts to Mike Will. That's all I said. All right. Kiana Lede is featured on and stands out pretty well on a song by Ricky Reed, and which also features Leon Bridges. I need you to tell me who Ricky Reed is, or did you click on it because of Leon Bridges and Kiana Lede?
I did because of.
Okay. You said because of them too?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So let's find out who Ricky Reed is.
Absolutely.
It's a really good song, though.
So I think Ricky Reed's a producer.
Okay.
Yeah. So Ricky Reed's a producer. And he went from fronting a band let me see, what band was that?
I think I just saw it.
I mean, he's produced like stuff for Lizzo. You know, he produced a lot of really big pop records.
All right.
But this is a really, really dope joint. So it's gonna be a single, I believe, off his album called The Room, which comes out August 28th. So yeah.
I feel like there's something else that we were looking forward to at the end of next week at the end of the month that I forgot. I guess we'll see it in a second when I pull up this list. All right, well, shout out to Ricky Reed. That joint is really good. It's called Better. So y'all check that out. Okay, the Lox are dropping a new album called Living Off Experience.
Finally, this week, I guess. For those of y'all that didn't know what LOX stood for.
Is that what it's?
Yeah, you didn't know that? They said it years ago.
Definitely did not know that.
That's why I'm like, y'all finally putting out an album called that?
I had no idea. I don't know why it never even occurred to me to ask what it stood for.
Because I don't know.
I know exactly why I never asked. You know why I never asked?
Why?
Because I was one of those people that thought that MOP stood for mop and it was corrected.
You didn't know that? Oh.
No. I'm talking about like, let me tell you what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when How About Some Hardcore was a single. Okay. And they were giving away the cassette single at Sam Goody or whatever. So I went and bought a CD and they dropped this mop tape single in my bag. And I didn't know what the hell a mop was. So then when they came out and they were like, people thought MOP stood for mop and shit. I was like, it's me. And then I just said, okay, well then shit, they didn't say LOX, they said Lox. So I don't know.
I mean, so I'm going to assume you didn't hear the song where they said, it's the Mash Out Posse.
No, I did. Okay. Well, no, wait, which one? How About Some Hardcore?
Yeah.
They gave me a tape by some niggas named Mop for free. No, I ain't listen to that shit. I was in Florida. No.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
I was in Florida. It's not like somebody I knew was like, yo, check this shit out. It was literally like whoever bagged up my whatever I bought at Sam Goody was like, here. So, no. I did not know. I'm late as fuck. All right. Well, you guys, the album is coming out. They dropped the first single. It's called Bout Shit featuring DMX. I don't know if it's the version that we heard, but for some reason to me, everybody's voices sounded like, everybody on the Lox has a very, very clearly distinguishable voice. And so does DMX. Everybody's voices to me sounded like a distorted version of them. Like not distorted, but like it almost sounded like DMX. It almost sounded like Styles P.
Well, maybe they went with the discount engineer. They got that budget mix.
You talking about me? Shouting out Mike Will. He said budget engineer.
I mean, beyond that, it's. I mean, it's actually a pretty good song. Like I was excited, especially because DMX got a verse. It's not just him doing the hook. So,
right. I was wondering about that. So the project comes out next Friday. Living Off Experience. They had already released 2 other singles, Loyalty and Love, and Gave It to Him. You can pre-order the album now. Features production by Arab Music. Is that how y'all saying his name?
Yes, A-Rap music.
Got Storch and Large Professor. I have a question. Y'all know I be slow and I be missing all types of shit. A-Rap music is not the same A-Rap that used to rock with Soulja Boy, right? Because I've been confused about this for years.
I don't even know who that is. A-Rap music's been A-Rap music for a while. Since like the Dipset era.
Oh, okay.
A-Rap music is from New York. I believe he co-produced with Swizz also.
All right.
Yeah, but he's
Thank
been
you
around
for clarifying that for me. What else did we listen to this week? Dave East got a song that I could actually see on the radio. It's called Mission featuring Jazzy. And as Mikey pointed out, shouts to Mikey, our engineer, not a budget engineer, or producer for the show. He said that maybe people heard the hook and were into the hook, but didn't necessarily want to listen to the rest of it. I think the hook is probably what got me also.
It bees like that sometimes.
But we were talking about the fact that Dave East just doesn't really sound like anybody or sounds like everybody.
So I listened to the entire album. Well, I listened to a lot of the album. No,
okay.
I think I listened to most of it. I was sitting there with Double A and the squad, the gang, and we went through it, and I listened to it previously too. Dave East suffers from an identity crisis. We don't know who Dave East is on records. And every single time I hear Dave East rap, I'm like, this ain't you, bro. Like, this ain't your
Wait a minute. I'm so sorry. I just happened to open Twitter. And Tory is trending because apparently Megan Thee Stallion went on live and actually said out of her mouth finally that Tory Lanez was the one that shot her.
Okay. All right. Worst kept secret in the world is over. So I guess he'll be arrested by the morning.
No, he was already arrested. He's on bail.
No, but he was arrested for
weapons charges.
Shit. Right. That ain't weapons charge.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not.
Unless they said he, made a mistake and discharged a weapon in the car or whatever.
Ooh, what a horrible end to a somewhat successful career. To a successful career.
Oh yeah, he had just found his independence. So, yeah.
I feel so bad now because every time a Bryson Tiller song comes on one of my playlists, I have to go and look and make sure it's not Tory.
Not Diet Tory. Is it Diet Tory Lanez or Diet Bryson Tiller? Like which one? I feel like they canceled each other out. I don't even know who Bryson Tiller is anymore because Tory Lanez just slid all in his lane.
Yeah, and Bryson just pops back up every once in a while and says, "Hi guys,
I'm still here."
Meg also shared the photo of her wounds.
Well, I heard about that.
People were still questioning that. That's so fucking nuts.
It's like, why this way? I don't know. That's thinking
that generation.
But I was thinking like maybe she had to wait due to investigation. She couldn't speak on it.
Oh, why the wait?
Right, like the way she dropped the information. You know what I'm saying? Like that was questionable. And, I don't know yet, but I was just hoping like it was because, okay, I can't speak on this yet because there's some kind of investigation pending or whatever. But, I mean, I hope it wasn't just to appease us. Because it's like,
it's a mess across the board.
Said that shit when it happened.
Now you've been sitting here on this and not saying it for some months.
Right. So, it's unfortunate. But, I mean, I think we all have put two and two together by now.
Pardon the interruption, guys. We're back. Okay. So what were you saying? I'm sorry. You were saying about Dave East's album?
Every track sounds like Dave East is trying to be or cater to the style of the feature. I mean, first of all, it's 18 songs. 15 of them have features.
How many features?
15 of them. But it's not just this album where I felt that way. But we were going through it and it's like, oh, Young Dolph, okay, cool. Produced by DJ Paul. All right, y'all rapping on the Memphis beat. Dave East trying to keep up with the, you know what I mean? Like it just don't sound natural.
Ooh, I hate when New York rappers try to do down south beats
Yo, but
and then you gotta
listen, I'll
rap
be
all
honest.
fast.
Like that was one of Nas's Achilles' heels because when Hove and Big was switching it up, remember when he tried to do the same? Remember when Nas tried to rap double time and we were like,
Yes, but I actually like that song. Big Things.
he did it. No, he did it on. Well, he did it on a couple things. He did it on what? Was it KISSING or something? Like it was a couple things on Nostradamus where I was just like, I don't even know. I get both them albums because they're both trash, mixed up. But I was just like, what are you doing? You don't sound. No, stop.
Well, he is Nas's protege though. So
But he could rap. Come on, Dave. I'll be voting for you, dog. I'll be rooting for you, man.
I was rooting for you. Well, I like the song with Jazzy. Shouts to Jazzy. I also like Jazzy very much. Jack Harlow is back. Jack Harlow is about to get another boost because a couple teachers have done freestyles to What's Poppin' to that beat.
Are they on TikTok?
On Instagram. I saw them on Instagram.
Okay.
But I'm sure that they're also on TikTok. One of them looks really, really well produced. Like it looks like a Target commercial.
Oh my.
Because you know, Target, I don't know. I ain't been watching TV. I don't think Target's done back to school commercials this year. But it looks like a very well produced Target back to school commercial. It's a teacher. She's spitting her ass off. She got students in the background dancing with her. I think they're all masked up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so Jack Harlow just dropped a new single, which is not on his album, I guess. It's called Automatic. And I kind of felt about that song what you just said about Dave East. That it didn't really sound like Jack Harlow, but then I don't know that I know what Jack Harlow sounds like.
Yeah, I haven't listened to enough of his records, but this one was just kind of like, I don't know. I heard it. It was good. He was rapping. That was cool. I don't have any big issues with it, but it didn't grab me.
You know what it is? We'll call that what's the word? What is the word I'm missing? Algorithm curated playlist music.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Because it'll come up on a playlist. You're not going to skip it, but you're
Right.
certainly not going to stop and ask what song it is and add it to your playlist or nothing like that.
And also, when you put out a song and it pops, when the next one comes, you know, we're expecting like the same level.
Yes, and it was going to be hard for him to follow up with popping regardless.
Right.
Because that beat is tough. I did notice that when we tried to go look up who produced the new joint Automatic, well, at least Spotify didn't have it. Let me see if Tidal had the producer listed on there. What else did we listen to this week? Oh, all my favorite Southern boys dropped new music. All my favorites, maybe not all my favorites, but because I have a lot of favorites nowadays. Let me take that back. Earth Gang came back with a joint called Power Up. And the cover is
Nintendo game.
Old school Nintendo game cover. And then Big Crit dropped the joint called Kickoff with all kinds of football analogies. And you said it was an old Tekken Bowl reference in the video?
Yes.
Oh my God. Sorry. I be trying to play things and put them on mute. But apparently these are all things from the Madden 20. Well, I don't know about Earth Gang, but Crit Kickoff is a song on the Madden 21 soundtrack.
Madden 21 soundtrack, yep.
And then Loot from the Dreamville camp, and you know, who is managed by the homie Big Doe. Shouts to Big Doe. He also dropped his single or his song, which is called Get It and Go.
Mm-hmm.
So Crit is Kickoff, Loot's is Get It and Go, and I think the Loot joint was supposed to be like the lead single for the Madden soundtrack or whatever. How like are y'all as excited? Are men as excited about these sports video games right now, being that the season's been kind of all the seasons of all the sports have been kind of weird?
Even more, actually. I mean, because it's the thing that we do have. Like, you know, when the 2K21 announcement dropped and, you know, they put Kobe on the cover and, You get the soundtrack and all that stuff. Like even with Madden, I'm gonna tell you, I'm excited for the new golf joint, and they got Schoolboy Q in the commercial pitching it. So
Wait,
I'm
what?
really excited for it. Yeah, the new PGA Tour golf video game.
Is this like
And
a new game that didn't exist before, or
no,
this is
well,
this
it's the
year's
newer
version?
the newer version. It used to be called Tiger Woods for years and years and
Uh,
years and years,
that's not
and
the
then
way
they
to go
kind of
forward.
went back to like a name with like Rory McIlroy, Rory McIlroney or whatever his name is, and this year I think it's PGA Tour, but Schoolboy Q is in the commercial, and yes, we're very excited for sports video games because if you can't go outside, I got the beta for the new FIFA 21. I've been playing it because I play it so much. They send me the betas, to test the
Nice.
game and stuff like that. But hell yeah, I'm excited because shit, I can't go to a match, so you know.
So the playoffs isn't working for you?
Oh, I'm watching the playoffs right now, so it's happening. I've been watching playoffs all week, but I mean,
Who's
the
winning?
the sports are the complement. The Lakers are currently up by 11.
But like,
But
who's in the playoffs?
well, right now the Lakers are playing Portland,
No, but
so
I'm saying like if it's like okay, so what? Okay, better question. What round are they in?
still the first round. They just started.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha. All right, I don't know.
yeah.
I don't even know what channel
It's
y'all are
been
doing.
it's been popping. I mean, the bubble is interesting because they're all there. It's like a campus vibe.
Okay.
So it's cool to watch. On TV. It feels like summer league, but with real NBA stars.
Yo, do you know what I did that nobody thought about that like didn't hit me until this week?
What's that?
Like the Olympics were supposed to be going on right now.
Oh yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
there's a whole bunch of companies that had all kinds of big ass Olympics related
Oh
campaigns.
yeah. We've been canceled. That Japan canceled that a long time ago.
Oreo, Oreo had made a whole line of red, white, and blue Oreos that I thought was for the 4th of July, but it was for the Olympics. I didn't realize it until I got some for my niece. And I was surprised because like they were selling like a 4-pack at the gas station where normally, when they do these special ones, like it's only the big full pack. They were selling a 4-pack at the gas station, and when you take it out, it's a metal. I mean, they smell and taste like Hydrox, which is really weird. Shouts to 80s babies. Because I
Mm-hmm.
don't know when they stopped making Hydrox, but they smelled and tasted like Hydrox, but they looked like a gold medal. And I was like, ah, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ain't even get no damn Olympics this year. And then Jaden Smith gave us a joint called Rainbow Bap because Jaden and his sister love to just play with the fact that y'all keep trying to understand what they're doing and they're just being rich niggas kids.
Yep.
Full stop.
That shit fire though.
It is a really good song. But I mean, like, I
Jaden, he's just he's so effortless. He's effortlessly more talented than anybody you know.
do you think that he should be bigger or is he just evolving in a different type of place or
He don't
orbiting in a
care.
different
He
space?
he
Well,
he,
I
he
know he
doesn't
doesn't
care.
care. I know he doesn't care. But like,
He's just like, I just made the music here you go.
Should Jaden Smith be like Justin Bieber big?
I don't think. See, here's the thing. Justin Bieber didn't grow up with his parents. Justin Bieber was a little kid from
Nope.
Canada who
Yeah,
wanted to
a
be,
little kid that got discovered. But I'm just
right.
saying, like, in terms, so you're saying that you think that like him being the child of celebrities is stopping him from going further, or he doesn't care about going
I
further?
don't think he cares. I think he's fine where he is, and I think where he is in a pretty comfortable place. He just wants to be himself. The nigga still got a bunch of fans and gets a bunch of plays and makes a bunch of money. And once we can go back outside, if he do something with a concert, he
Yeah,
going
he was definitely killing festivals.
exactly. So like Sire, his album that he put out that he didn't care. I'm just gonna drop like he did. He pulled a Chris Brown, his 80 songs between the regular and the deluxe and the backwards version and frontwards version and all that. And he did festivals rapping with his dad. Um, I would, you know, I can't judge Jayden by the same stick that I would judge somebody who didn't have and who had to come up and who needed the fame. Like Jaden's just amazingly talented dude. Like so talented. Like you can't box him in anywhere. You can't box him into a genre. Like the dude can sing. He sounds good. In rock indie vibes, he sounds good. Rapping, he'll out rap the shit out you. Like this dude had bars, and then he sang the hook like your favorite rock star. All in one, and he gonna put out another single whenever he feel like it.
15.3 million followers on Instagram, 8.1 million Twitter followers.
Yeah. I mean, he's a rock star. He's the
perfect
example.
He dropped a project. No, he's dropping a project. Sorry, dropping a project on next Friday, CTV3.
So he's the perfect example of somebody who, like, he doesn't have to try. He's a celebrity. He's been a celebrity his whole life. So the music is not like his main bag. So he just makes it because he wants to, and he makes what he likes. And I think that's doper than him trying to be Justin Bieber or somebody else. I mean, he don't have to be. I mean, your mom is Jada Pinkett, your dad's Will Smith.
He's also dropping a new New Balance collab the same day as his album.
Nice.
With the rainbow bottoms to go along with this rainbow bap.
There you go. See?
Song that he just dropped.
And they also corporate savvy. So I guarantee you, whatever move he make, they banking off of it.
And he's still selling box water and donating that money to people, or donating water to Flint. Those kids are okay, man.
Yeah.
If Will and Jada ain't do shit else right, they somehow made these kids okay. These kids are fine. All right. You said you listened to Tory Lanez this week. You know what I listened to this week? And I know it didn't come out last week, but it is still recent. Is Eminem's album. And I really wish that his first single wouldn't have been Caroline, because he's such a different artist in real life than what that song gave y'all. Not that song wasn't great. But Eminem be rapping.
Yeah, he be rapping.
So this last joint that just dropped came out, like I said, it's called Limbo. I want to say it came out not last Friday, but the Friday before that. He's got Vince Staples on there on the song that's definitely stood out. Like there's a couple songs where like it stood out and I went and looked at who the feature was. Thug is on there, Jid is on there, Vince Staples is on there, Summer Walker's there, and Charlie Wilson.
Uncle Charlie.
There's a song where Daniel Caesar is credited as a writer, but I don't see him listed like as a feature.
Is that the canceled guy?
That is the guy that they decided they wanted to cancel. Well, shit. I guess I'm wrong, because I mean Eminem's album still debuted at the top 20 of the US, the Billboard 200. So
nice.
Y'all is checking for him. It's so weird nowadays, like to be able to really gauge an artist's level of success.
Yeah, because it really also depends on what week you drop.
Yeah.
Because at the end of 2019, we had some struggle albums on the top 10. I was just like, really? Your ass would have never went number one if you'd have did this a couple weeks ago.
Do you know what I haven't been able to get through, though? Is Brandy's album.
No, I heard it was good.
It's not bad. It's not that I couldn't get through it because it was bad. She does a lot of mumble singing. And I feel like I want to listen to the songs while I read the lyrics. I was trying to listen to it while I was driving, and I didn't know what the hell she was talking about. It was giving me, I didn't know what it was. And so it was kind of hard for me. I was trying to understand what she was talking about, because she's always been very, very good at that. Like, at least enunciating through the first two couple of verses before she started, riffing and all that fun stuff. So that's what I checked out this week. What else came out this week? What else was it? Mariah Carey re-released EPs of her big hits.
She did.
I wonder if there's a Mariah Carey song that I've never been able to play I mean, that I've never been able to find that was the B side to a Mariah Carey record in the 90s that I can't find anywhere. I can't find it to the point that like I've now kind of forgotten what the song actually sounded like because I've thought I found it a couple times and then went and listened to those songs that I thought it was and didn't like, and that's not what it was. Yo, Big Sean dropped a project last week?
I didn't see a Big Sean project last week.
Detroit versus Everybody?
I didn't see that. Or hear
with Eminem, the Flint Chosen Choir, Jeezy, Pusha T.
No, I ain't seen none of that.
That's what Genius says.
Last week? I don't see it. Oh, maybe they did. I completely missed that one. I don't know.
I did too.
That's interesting.
And Sean is another one of those artists that you don't realize how many fans you got until you go to a show.
Well, he's been doing it for a long time, you know. He's been curating. I don't want your ads, Genius. What the?
You said you listened to Guap Dad's EP.
Yes.
Tell me it's all. I already know it's all the things that I want it to be.
It's Guap Dad. Shout out to DJ Booth. They just did a feature on him today. It's good to see some publications are paying attention. The fans are definitely paying attention. The Little Scammer That Could. That's my favorite joint off the new one.
Here's your co-host. She's trying to lean into the mic.
Mm-hmm. She's an attention hog.
She is. I mean, it's. She's been inside. It's been raining all day. And I've left her a couple times today because I had to go out. Hi, Boo. All right.
Yeah, this terrible Issa Rae commercial I gotta watch on Genius. Blocking my view.
Okay, sis, I see you, my nigga. Shit. Who else? All right, so this week coming up, Armani Caesar. So when I was making this playlist that I made, I was very shocked to find out that Armani Caesar is much more City Girls and Meg than she is Rhapsody for all these I only listen to Griselda and everything else is trash ass niggas.
So it actually got pushed back.
What, Armani Caesar's project?
Yeah, because DJ Shay, the
BSF that's right.
DJ passed away, so they actually pushed it back.
Pushed everything back. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So we'll catch that one on the flip side, but
I'm excited to see Bryce Vine on there because Bryce Vine has a song that popped up on one of my, algorithm curated joints that I really enjoy. And so he's dropping an EP called Problems. He is like the fun side of that Khalid Her lane.
Never heard of him.
Pretty dope.
Bodega Bams.
That you've been making for all month.
From the Tan Boys is dropping Yams Heard This, which is probably a shout out to ASAP Yams.
Bye. I'm leaving. I don't know how I feel about that title.
Why?
Because like on the dead homies, man.
Well, gotta keep them here with you one way or the other,
Okay.
Shout out to the Tan Boys. Brass Tracks is dropping Golden Ticket. I wonder if it's going to be... Brass Tracks are a really dope production group. They've done joints like Problem for Chance, that guy. But they got a project coming out. They got Masego, Common, and a bunch of other folks. Robert Glasper is also involved in that. That might be a good listen. So yeah. Also, we got Duckworth dropping Super Good, and we got Lecrae with Restoration. I'm really excited about this one. I don't know. I'm just always excited when Lecrae does anything.
Yeah.
I feel like if I ever went back to church, I'd be Lecrae. I like his balance. I love the balance of his storytelling about real life you know. And shout out to the whole Christian hip hop movement. Really, honestly, you know, from the time when I was a kid in church making Christian raps, it's gotten a lot more
Yeah.
real and a lot less, you know, because we was doing whatever the preachers would let us do, or you know, we had to do whatever, you know,
Yes.
the deaconess wouldn't you know, maybe beat us about. So, you
Yes.
know,
Whoa.
yeah, you
What
know,
y'all
she
had
put,
going on at your church?
you know, they pull a belt out. You know, I was
Really?
15. Oh hell yeah!
Oh wow.
Black America, psh, beat your ass.
Huh.
What?
So Black Thoughts Project never got put back on the calendar?
Nope, it did
Huh.
not. Nas obviously. Mulatto's dropping Queen of the South.
Oh, I was invited to a listening event.
Mm,
And I drove past the Trap Music Museum on my way home, and I'm trying to figure out if that's where it was.
mm,
But I literally, like, I remember getting the DM from somebody I very much respect, and I just kind of looked at the photo real quick and was like, yeah, I didn't even pay attention.
mm,
Oh no, it was yeah, yesterday and today.
mm. The Killers are dropping Imploding the Mirage. I'm a big Killers fan, so I'll definitely be checking that out. Tim
Okay.
McGraw is here on Earth, and Troy Sivan. Am I saying that right? Is it
I don't know.
Troy Sivan? I've listened
Never
to
heard
his
of him.
music. You
I've
never heard
never
of
heard
him?
of him. No.
What? Wow. I've definitely heard a bunch of his stuff. He's dropping In a Dream. Shout out
Guess I'll go check that out.
to the Pride audience. Vic Mensah's dropping the V tape, and
And
YG is dropping an EP
YG.
called For the People.
I can we just real quick without expanding into it, just shout out the fact that y'all just keep letting YG be offbeat and never talk about it. But I'm sleep.
Um, I mean, he ain't no more offbeat than a lot of other people in this generation. I have no problem with where he's rapping at, especially with that other guy out there still trying to find the beat.
He didn't find it?
No, I don't think he ever will.
I don't think
Especially with
he
that dude as his
ever
manager.
will. He never ever will. All right, you guys. Well, that's what's going on in the world. Oh no, wait, I'm lying. 2 Chainz has announced his 6th album, So Help Me God.
Mm-hmm. Definitely looking forward to that.
And that is coming out on September 25th. He also dropped a single with Lil Wayne, which we played last week and we talked about it last week. They're saying that there's also a Colligrove 2 coming. And that maybe Moneymaker was supposed to be a single for that project and not for.
Seemed like it, yeah. It seemed like it was.
God.
That definitely seemed like a Collie Grove vibe. So,
Yeah.
and I remember him saying something about Collie Grove too. So, you know, we'll see. But I feel like 2 Chainz is getting busy. You know, he was gearing up for some things. So,
and Busta Rhymes is finally dropping Extinction Level Event 2.
Yeah.
22 years after the first one dropped.
Yeah, we saw Busta through videos and pictures in the studio with Dr. Dre, Focus, and Exhibit, and all the homies out there at Aftermath.
Chris Rock went on IG to announce the album coming out. And tomorrow, Busta's dropping his first single. Well, not his first single from the project, but he's dropping a single from the project tomorrow.
This is why I want to be back outside. He's dropping the single in like an hour and a half.
Yes.
Yes, an hour and a half.
It features Vybz Kartel. And I just really want to know, I want somebody to interview Buju Banton and ask Buju what it felt like to be in prison watching Vybz Kartel prosper. Because Vybz Kartel has been in prison since 2004. No, 2014 or 2004.
He got the ill hookup on phone
time. And has been releasing, not just releasing music, but releasing quality music.
Maybe it's a part of his agreement.
What, they let him out to go record?
Maybe they built the studio in the back.
In Jamaica, says this is Jamaica.
Money. Okay. You know, come on, you know them countries. Slide a little, you know.
Fam.
They probably rolling right out the back to the studio. record.
But they let that nigga out on the weekends. That's what it really sounds like to me. It's not like, you know, when rich people be getting those deals where they only serve their jail time, their jail sentence on weekends, and they're out during the weekday.
That man on work release. I don't know.
That nigga's on work release. That man has literally been in prison since, I'm trying to see exactly when. He was arrested in 2011. So yeah, he never came out after 2011, and he's been releasing all, like, some of his biggest songs have come out while he's been in prison, and it's just everything that he's dropped. And he's yet to drop something when I heard it and was like, why you could have kept this. So shouts to Vybz Kartel.
Gotta make it happen, man. I mean, listen. I mean, you know, not to say that the quality is comparable, but you know, the Wave God is definitely in prison dropping some stuff. And I'm just like, how you getting all these tapes out, fam? How are you doing this?
He did more than one?
Max B?
Yeah.
Max B was he done put out 5 EPs this damn year.
This year. But was he doing it more before that?
No. He did put out, I think he put out a couple things, but this year kind of ramped up.
Okay.
So he must have got some kind of hook.
Vybz Kartel must have sent him the technology. I'm out, y'all. Again, this is the Chopping Block podcast. We do this every week. Every single week. Do we have a Patreon? We don't have a Patreon, but you can go to anchor.fm / the Chopping Block podcast. Is that right?
We need an OnlyFans.
Who gonna be on it?
Us.
What we finna sell?
Podcast.
Okay.
You know, OnlyFans has evolved.
I've heard. Or, you know, I don't know. Stick to Patreon.
Listen, I'm trying to put my stamp on.
If you tell niggas I have an OnlyFans, they're not gonna click on it to find out what's on it.
No, it could be the corporate OnlyFans, bro.
Yeah, but what I'm telling you is niggas ain't gonna click. All you're gonna hear is, huh?
You slap the logo on it. We need OnlyFans, we need a Patreon, we need all of that. I need all the buckets. Drop it wherever you like.
Run it. Regardless, my point is to y'all that we do this. You know, we take time out of all of the other things.
She's doing her hair right now. That's what's going on.
I'm not. We do this. We take time out of all the other things that we do, and you know, pull Sis away from his kids once a week. And I'd be feeling really bad because we get done with the show, and then he'd be like, "Hey, kids, you can talk now." They'd be like, "Yay!" And I feel like we were holding the kids hostage. So regardless, you know, my Cash App is Boogie Likes Cash as well. But you know, somewhere in there, find a way to support the homies.
215. So y'all go ahead and donate, because I got a lot of damn kids and they're expensive.
Back in school. Now, I don't got no kids, but that one that's on the floor right there, she eats a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, y'all, oh my God, why am I just now for the first time seeing this video of Big Crit with the blowout? Anyway, wash your hands, cover your faces, not for you, but for other people. Make it to next week, my niggas.
Shout out to Purell.
Make it to next week and hydrate, because, you know, the virus can't stick to let me not say that, but just drink a lot of water.
Y'all be safe.
Mikey, you could cut the feed.